Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to do a little bit of an interesting kind of walk around of a local kind of shopping center or Rynok here in Moscow. This is actually the town of Dubrovka. It's actually one of the kind of Moscow Oblast or Moscow region's suburbs, and this is a huge indoor market that's just unbelievably big. It's like crazy big. I don't know if it's the biggest in Moscow. Someone in the comments could maybe tell me or not. I'm sure especially a lot of my Russian viewers will know maybe somewhere bigger. There is one in a place called Lublino, which is close by or maybe 15 minutes away, that we think is bigger, but this place is huge. Now the only problem is in this place they don't really like you filming, so what I might do is I might just sort of hold the camera and maybe just do a bit of a voiceover. So I'm not going to do that kind of narrated walk and talk, and we're not going to see the whole place because it's just huge. It doesn't look very appealing from where we've come in the entrance here, but inside it just shocks you how many stores there are and how many choices you've got. And if you want to find the same shop twice, good luck. So let's go in and have a walk around and check out Dubrovka Rynok, or Dubrovka Shopping Center. Okay, let's go. Okay, so before I walk inside, we're actually going through entrance 15. So it's kind of important that you don't get lost when you come back out again. It's kind of like I think it's an ex-factory of some kind. I'm not sure. A lot of these sort of markets are converted from factories or kind of buildings that were here previously. And obviously with manufacturing going all offshore and not as much locally, they kind of struggle. So somebody comes up with this creative idea of basically repurposing them. There's a nice little shop right outside here. Everyone's getting a coffee and a snack. And here's another one of my favorites, and it's 75 rubles. Oh, corn for 75 rubles. So like $1 US. $1.30 Australian. So yeah, it's basically, this is kind of one of the side entrances, but it's still kind of interesting. We found entrance 15 and we're gonna walk on inside and check it out. So just be prepared for like a bit of a voiceover instead of me just doing the normal talking. Oh, actually, before we walk in, this is the map of the place. Oh my gosh. So there is 200 vendors, and it's by color. This is actually quite common in Moscow in these Rynoks, so that you don't get lost. You know the lane to go down, and then where the entrance and exit is. So yeah, there's only 226 different shops to have a look at. So the first thing as we walk in the door here, if you look just on the right, you'll see there's a guy there with a booth selling SIM cards for mobile phones. And that sort of panel at the top there is all the phone numbers. So there's some quite easy to remember numbers. A lot of people want a specific phone number rather than just getting a random one at the store. So there's a kind of a lucrative resale market of them in Russia for you to get one with like 4 ones or 4 zeros or something like that. So this is one of the first couple of aisles that we walk down. The stores are sort of not very big, but there's a lot of similar looking ones. So if you were to sort of do a couple of laps around, you'd struggle to find the same store twice really, unless you remember this store number. My wife needs stuff for her nail salon, so we'll chat to her a little bit further down the video. These are kind of like bulk stores. They're kind of wholesale, but to the public. Kind of a bit of a confusion about, you know, the wholesale or retail element of the stores. You'll see some glass cabinets in the front with some more expensive items. If you've ever been to a nail salon, you probably recognize a few things. There's also mobile phone cover stores. There's another nail salon shop. They're kind of endless. My wife was a bit overwhelmed with so many stores as she kept walking into each one. This place on the right here actually has like gift bags. But they're all designer names and designer brands, and they're pretty much the exact kind of China knockoff of the bags. So you could carry your own stuff around in a bag that you didn't actually shop at, but it just makes you feel good, I guess. It's very interesting. Here's another nail salon shop. My wife knew that this place existed. I had never been before, so she knew what to expect coming here. There's a person here selling mobile phone accessories. Yeah, millions of different types of mobile phone covers. You know, the different cables and plugs and sockets. Here's some perfumes. They're obviously not original at the prices they were selling them at, but we still sort of, my wife still wanted to have a look at them. So there's another shop here with the bags. I guess you could buy them. I really don't understand why people would buy them. You know, what they'd get the use out of them, apart from just having that notoriety of owning one. You know, that's a little bit more upmarket, rather than just a plastic bag if you're going to carry things around in. So you can see how wide the aisles are now. I think there was like 11 rows of stores all up. So it really is a huge place. Okay, so we've come to a bit more of an open area now, and I'm here with Zhenya. Say hi to everybody. So Zhenya, we've come to Dubrovka Rynok shopping center.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of the place so far?
This is a nice place.
What a nice place.
Nice place.
A lot of shops?
Yeah, a lot of shops.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, it's kind of like retail shops, but on a bigger scale. It's not like a shopping center, right?
No, it's like Rynok.
Like a Rynok. Can you
Like
explain what a Rynok is to all our viewers at home?
Yeah, Rynok is like Rynok in Bali.
Like Rynok in Bali. What do you mean?
I don't know what is it Rynok.
Like
Rynok
market.
is like big market.
Yeah. We've kind of come to the
Everything.
food court area here. And what do we have in the distance? Subway. But we have lots of different food choices.
Shashlik.
Huh?
They have shashlik there.
Shashlik, which is kind of like barbecued meat. Yeah, so these are the different aisles here. So you'll see, I guess there's aisle 6, aisle 7. So if you don't want to get lost, you kind of go down the aisle that you want to find if you're going to a specific shop. See just how far. You can't really see the end. Now there's now the one thing that's important here, Zhenya, is what? Where is all of these items from?
From China, maybe.
So
but it's not from AliExpress. It's some shops have a very nice quality of things, really.
Okay. And what do you think about like all the perfume brands for like 10 or 15?
It's fake. Cartons, it's fake.
What about a biker jacket? Jen?
I like one.
Yeah? So what are you looking for while you're here at the shops today?
I'm looking for vacuum cleaner for nails.
For nails.
Vacuum cleaner.
Okay.
And maybe something for me.
Okay. Now there's a little bit of music playing over the top here, so hopefully YouTube doesn't pick up on the music. And what we don't do, we might just cut back into the kind of voiceover and keep walking around. Yeah, these kind of places don't really like you filming too much. Actually, at the very end of my last part of the voiceover, another guy came up to me and sort of in Russian politely said, or not politely said, to stop filming. So yeah, there's this kind of aisle here had a lot of clothes. There was a little sign there with a Turkish flag. My wife actually bought a scarf which she really liked, and the lady's like, and I actually asked her, I said, oh, where is it made? She said, oh, it's Kashmir. And I thought, oh, the place Kashmir. No, it's the material is Kashmir. I said, oh, where is it made? And she said, oh, it's from Turkey. So we're like, oh, okay, it's amazing. It wasn't very expensive, like $20. And then when we got home, there was a made in China tag on the bottom corner, which we hadn't noticed. but it's still a nice scarf. So here's Jen still walking around. There's a watch and a clock kind of dealer here. He had these like Rolex looking clocks up on the top on the right there, if you saw those. And there's some underwear shops as well. Not quite Victoria's Secret, but you know, Russian style. The watch stores are really cool. Pretty much all of them obviously were not genuine, but there were some very, very, very good knockoffs, let me say, or imitations, how you want to sort of recognize them. Yeah, it just keeps going and going, this place. Now this is midweek as well, so it wasn't busy. Some a lady just back there was doing alterations, so where you'd buy a jacket or a suit, you could literally get them altered on the spot. And they were actually, pretty much all the alteration booths were all Chinese. There was no Russians operating the stalls there. Here's some socks, more underwear and leggings. They were kind of, you know, every few stores. There was basically a very much a repeated store after store after store if you walked around a few times. There's another like phone accessory store. Hundreds and thousands of phone cases. There's no end to how many you could choose from. Yeah, people just were wandering around, and you know, I couldn't imagine. I think Saturdays and Sundays it would obviously be much busier. There's some nice Louis Vuitton luggage. Maybe it's Gary Vuitton, not Louis Vuitton, but yeah, my wife kind of likes these handbags. But again, they're kind of like you'd buy in Bali or Thailand. Here's the watches, and actually even the cases there. You can see the Rolexes there in those green boxes. Now, working on cruise ships, we actually sold Rolexes in those very, very similar boxes. So I was kind of aware of what they kind of look like already. So we are still walking around the aisles. We just sort of wandered up and down the middle of the aisles, because obviously once you sort of start looking closer and you kind of end up going in, it takes forever to get around the place. There's plenty of jackets and winter hats and things like that as well. Yeah, it's an amazing place. I mean, I kind of said to my wife, I said, imagine if a busload of Aussies turned up. They'd be like shopping like they'd go to Bali or Thailand and just clean out the place, and everyone would be sort of just crazy about it. But this is just one of many of these in Russia. These are kind of really are everywhere. Once you kind of know the places, you just have to sort of find them and know the addresses and go and check them out yourself. Yeah, very interesting. I kind of was trying to keep the camera a little bit inconspicuous, but obviously you'll see people kind of turn around and look as I'm sort of pointing at things. A lot of people are wondering what I'm actually looking at. I'm just sort of just looking in general, really, but people think I'm really kind of like looking at the specific products. There's some, is it Supre or Super, the brand there? I don't even know that brand myself, so lots of socks and things like that here. Yeah, there's kind of like aisles and aisles of clothes, and then there's some with electronics and some with the nail salon stuff. There's another one with the perfumes. I see my after telling my wife about how ungenuine they all were, she kind of wandered by pretty quickly, knowing it wasn't really worth stopping to look. Some scarves and basically a little bit of a mixture of underwear and lingerie, I guess you would call it. Kind of quite mixed. Yeah, I hope this sort of comes across nicely and you enjoy the walk around. Okay everybody, we've come to the end of another video. Now the walk around of Dubrovka Market was kind of a little bit abruptly ended. One security guard kind of came up to us and he wasn't very happy with us filming, despite another guy saying it was okay. So I've kind of done a little bit of voiceover, I've done a little bit of talking, and that market is just huge. Like, it's just silly how big it is. We were there just, I think, about 2 hours, and we didn't even see a quarter of the place. We kind of found the shops we needed to go to grab things, and Jen found what she wanted. She's actually dashed off to a doctor's appointment, so I'm actually just walking through Nikolskaya Street here just by the Red Square, and I'm going to meet her at another metro station in about 45 minutes. So I just thought I'd sort of end the video. I did try to end it back at the metro station at Dubrovka, but I filmed the whole piece about the outro of the video, the ending, and I realized I had the camera spun the wrong way around. So I thought I'd just end it over here while I'm walking back towards another metro station. And these fancy lights behind me, you guys can see them, I think. It's a pretty cool street. Yeah, I do actually have a video of me walking down this street, just having a casual walk. You can check that out. Thanks for watching Traveling with Russell. Thanks for coming with us on a walk around Dubrovka Rynok, or Dubrovka Market, whatever you want to call it, shopping center. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to Traveling with Russell, please go ahead. You're more than welcome to click the button. And if you're a previous watcher or a returning watcher or a subscriber, thanks everybody. I really appreciate everybody who puts thumbs up, I guess likes, whatever you want to call them, comments. So yeah, I'm going to go off on another adventure now. I'll see you again later. Bye everybody from Moscow, Russia. Bye.